Vice President Yemi Osinbajo has done something really commendable that Nigerians are really, very happy about, and has gone viral today. A lot of persons have been commending the Vice President for even having the thought to remember, appreciate, and to do something about it. The Vice President, if given a free hand, we want to believe will do something worthwhile because of what he did in 2017 when President Muhammadu Buhari was away from the country for a period of over 3 months on health conditions. Vice President Osinbajo was the person who walked, and for the first time in a long time, the Naira appreciated. An old man, or you want to call a middle-aged man, who has served tirelessly in different capacity, basically in one capacity as a driver, was remembered by the vice president, and this has gone viral. This was a person who has served many important people in the nation. Maybe he would have been important if he had gone to school at that time. But like we forget about pensioners and those who have served in different capacities in this country, he was not forgotten. Osinbajo remembered him. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe if this is your first time. Thank you. Awolowo, former driver, expresses appreciation to the Vice President, Yemi Osinbajo, for giving him a new lease of life. Pa Olubade, a 66-year-old veteran driver who had driven many important personalities in the country, among whom are General Yakub Gowon, Nnamdi Azikiwe, Oba Adesola Aderemi, and Chief Obafemi Awolowo, due to his inability of his parents to sponsor his secondary education. He was left with the option of learning a driving skill, which he believed will do him good and give the opportunity to take good care of his family, with the thought of sitting for a professional exam on the job that will afford him the opportunity of getting to the peak of his career. As God will have it, he was able to secure a driving job at the government office of the Old Western Region, when Chief Obafemi Awolowo was the Prime Minister. According to him, when he was driving late Chief Obafemi Awolowo, Ladoke Akintola, he was able to live a respective life due to the caliber of persons he was driving at the time. Driving important personalities requires an utmost concentration, as you cannot drive with only one hand. Otherwise, you cannot be chosen to say hi, and you cannot also say hi to people while driving, no matter how important and close they are to you. Narrating how good he felt when the current Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, came to visit him a day, he said it was the happiest day on the planet of the earth for him. On that very day, in his life can be compared, no other day of his life can be compared to that unique day. I don't think I can be much happier than the day the Vice President of Osinbajo came to visit me, a common me, even till when I take my last breath. That was because he asked me to name anything I want, which I was glad to tell him, and he should kindly help me in getting my children and siblings who are unemployed a befitting job, as they are the ones that I will be spending my hard-earned income on, to the extent that the 3-bedroom flat which I was building, I could not afford to buy any mattress in them. But Professor Yemi Osinbajo was my messiah that helped me with the purchase of all the possibilities. Moreover, I requested that my house should be made more habitable so that I can once again enjoy the benefits of government before I close my eyes in death. And this he granted me, as well as employment for my children. This is what it should be. Some persons might say, Madam, what is the relevance of this news? We don't only come here to tell you how bad things are. We also tell you about kindness of good deeds. Look at the man. See how smiley he is. Do you know that abroad, people who have done jobs like this are remembered very well? Their names go, for instance, the Queen's driver, the person who is going to ride his horse, his name is already going to be there. When the Queen has lived the life that God has given her, and her oration is going to be read, do you know that they will talk about the first person who drove her, who rode her horse, how she did this, how she did that? Those people will be mentioned. That's the way it goes. But in Nigeria, do you know that the person that designed the Nigerian flag some time ago was seen wallowing in debt poverty? It ought not to be so. It's in Nigeria we forget about this. On the Nigerian anthem, they said, we will not forget about the labor of our heroes past. It's not true. That statement should be removed because it's a false statement. We forget about them so quickly in a hurry that you cannot even begin to imagine. So remembering this man is a good thing. How I wish this is how many people who have done one thing or the other could be remembered in this country. Somebody who has, supported and has assisted in one way or the other, be remembered, be supported, be encouraged, and be shown that there is still light at the end of the tunnel. You see, this will give people a better opportunity and will make them, have a reason to appreciate God. Now, looking at it, it's only the vice president that takes this gesture, not the president. He doesn't care. He does not relate with the common man on the streets. The president of this country relating with a common man. Why? You see, it's the level of his thinking. You think, people who stumbled into position they never knew they could get to, take it that they become Lord. Why those who have been working in affluence and influence do not see it as anything? They work in it and they cannot even, it's those people, that's why some people are proud, because they never knew they could get to that place. So when they get there, every other person should lie down and they should walk on them. So this is what happens. The vice president meets up with ordinary men and women, even women in the market. Leave us a comment. We really love to hear from you. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. God bless you. Have a lovely day. Bye for now.